Hello team, welcome back. Welcome to DevOps training. And today we are going to learn about the rebase in Git. So this is the new section which we are going to start today. So today we very first in the rebase, first we will try to understand what is the rebase and how it differs from the merge, right? So let's start. So the very first question when we are learning about the rebase, then what is Git rebase? And what is the merge? What is Git merge? So guys, in the previous section, we have learned about the Git branches. So we have seen how we can create the different branches and what is the use of the different branches in the Git. Why any developer or why any user branch, any user want their own specific branch in Git, right? Why the user wants their own specific branch for their some kind of a specific task. So we have learned about the git merge while we was learning about the git branches. So we have seen like git merge branch was used to merge different branches together, right? The rebase has do the same work. Git rebase and git merge both are used to the same work. They both are used to merge the branches together, right? They both are used to merge the branches together. So the first thing to understand about the git rebase is that it solves the same problem as the git merge, right? Using the git merge we can basically integrate the two branches in git, or we can merge the two branches in the git, and using the git base as well we can do the same work. But definitely if there are two terminologies, then there could be some kind of difference, and that may be possible. Like in some scenario the git merges has their own advantage, and in some other scenarios the git rebase has their own advantage, right? So both of the commands are designed to integrate changes from one branch to another branch, right? They just do it in a very different way. And we will learn about what kind of different ways they are accomplishing their task to merge the branches together, right? So very first we will learn, we have already discussed about the git merge, we have seen how git merge will work, but today we are learning this to understand the differences. So first we will go through, again we will go through with the git merge, then we'll go through with the git rebase, right? So git merge versus git rebase. So first, what is the problem? So first we will do the problem analysis. So suppose you are working in a software company, and you are a developer, or you are an automation engineer, or you are DevOps, whatever you are, right? It doesn't matter. The only things matter which is you are using git to manage your code base, right? So you are working in a developer as a developer in any company, and you are using git to merge a code base, and somehow you get a requirement to create a new branch because you need to work on some kind of new feature which is totally different. And your master branch is, suppose your master branch is running on some kind of some specific release. Suppose your master branch is running on release 8, right? But you want to do some work on some specific feature. There is a new feature which is coming up in release 9 or release 10 or release 11. So for that you have created a separate branch for you. You have took the old code base which is up to date till release 9, or sorry, release 8, and you have started your own work, right, on your branch. So till now what you have did, you created the new feature branch, right, and you started your work. But in the same way, someone else in your company, someone else in your team, okay, he has updated the master branch with the same changes which is required for you, okay, the same changes which you want to use in your project. How does it different, how can you relate it? So suppose let's take an example of the e-commerce website, right? So you are working some kind of add to cart option, right? And some of the developer, and you are working that add to cart option in your own branch, and some of the developer or some of the colleague in your company have added the same kind of feature or similar kind of code which on which code your code is dependent in the master branch, right? This is the situation. So master branch is a commit ahead from your branch, where you have created your branch, right? And master branch is a commit ahead from your branch, and it has the code which is required for your code. So this is the situation which actually is displaying in the picture. At this point where the cursor is moving right now, you have created a on branch, okay? This is a feature branch which is in the green color, right? And after that, some of your company member, some of your team member have created uh, or post new changes in the master branch, and the code is related to your code is dependent on this code which is basically merged with the master branch. Now what is the option? So we have seen very well, right? In the previous lecture we have seen we have the option of the git merge. We can merge the code base, we can merge the code base, we can merge the master with my feature branch. That's simple. We have already seen that. Okay, so to incorporate the changes, what I need to do, I just need to check out the branch, my branch, okay, and then merge it with master. So we have already seen that, and we have did it a lot of time, right? So if I will go to terminal, okay, I don't want to go to terminal. Suppose I go to uh, uh, I've created that particular feature over I have created that feature. Give me some time. I need to figure out where I need to where I have created that. So yeah, here's the starter web project. You remember? Here is my fork. I have forked the starter web project from the SCM Ninja, right? And this is the project on which I was working, right? So if I'll go to my project directory, this is my project directory, and open the terminal over here, right? And I want to see the logs. I want to see the logs, what kind of work I have done on this particular project in past. So I will enter the command git log and say hyphen hyphen one line hyphen hyphen decorate and hyphen hyphen graph and hyphen hyphen all, right? And I think this will be sufficient, right? So this is the history of my project, right? And here you remember last time I have created a new branch, develop branch, okay? These all commits from my master branch, right? After then I created a new branch, develop branch, okay? I have done some changes in the develop branch, then merge it again with the master branch. See over here, right? And currently my head is pointing to the master branch. See, this is the graph which is showing clearly I have created another branch, develop branch, and there is a graph which is showing, okay, some I have committed some changes on the develop, I have committed some changes on the master. Then here is the point, this is the point where merging develop with the master. So at this point I am merging my develop branch with the master branch. So this is the point where I merge my feature branch with my master branch, right? Now we have already discussed about it, right? Now what is the problem with that particular stuff? We have created our own branch, we have merged my master branch with my own branch, right? And we have seen that particular stuff. Now figure out the issues with that particular kind of work. So you have seen in the log, when I'm merging my develop branch with my master branch, or you can say with my feature branch with my master branch, then here is another commit ID is being generated, right? And it is showing a altogether a new commit in git which is merging the develop with the master. But in reality I never did this. In reality I never committed anything. When I was merging my develop or my feature branch with the master branch, then I didn't commit anything. No, I didn't commit anything. So how this commit is being generated, why this commit is being generated? So this commit is basically being generated by the git itself, right? This extra commit is basically generated by the git itself, right? When you commit your message, when you generally do the commit, then you provide some kind of commit message. It's also include a hash, some kind of annotations or some snapshot with your code, right? But when git create a merge commit like this is called the merge commit. When we are merging the branches, this is called the merge commit. Then git doesn't associate any kind of values, annotations, or you can say the history with that particular kind of commit, right? So this is the difference between the commit and the merge commit. Now how this merge commit is problematic for us, so let's understand this. So this create a new merge commit in the feature branch, okay, that ties together histories of both branches. Yes, it is tying together with the histories of the both branches. It is showing in the history of the master branch as well, and it is showing in the history of the feature branch as well. You can say the commit id is in the feature branch with this extra space, but asterisk the pointer is showing in the master branch, right? And giving you branches structure look like this. It is showing the branches structure looking like this, right? These are the initial commits, here are my feature branch commits, here are the few other commits, and this is the commit which is being generated by the git. And right now my feature branch is pointing out here. You can simply relate it like this. See where the mouse is. Uh-oh, let me highlight this particular stuff. See, This is the commit which is showing merging develop with the master. So here my commit of my feature branch is running. Here the commit, you can say, then extra commit of my uh, master branch is running. And this is the point. This is the point where both the branch got merged. Right? This is the point where both the branch got merged, and this is an extra commit. This is not the commit which is being made by any user. This is just made by a Git itself, right? So my branch structure will look like this, and simply it is looking like the same. You can see over here, right? Now, how this will impact your course, right? So in this case, feature branch will have an extraneous merge commit every time. You need to incorporate the upstream changes. What does it mean? It means every time you incorporate the master branch with your feature branch, you have these kind of commits, right? And if a master branch is very active branch, suppose you have 1,000 of developers and they are working on the same project, so definitely the master branch is very active branch. It may be possible like you will get 10,000, 2,000, 4,000, 100, 500 commit on a master branch in a day, right? And when you merge the master branch with your feature branch, then this can populate your feature branch history. This will populate your feature branch history, and definitely it is impacting, right? And it can make hard for other developers to understand the history of the project. It is simply playing with your history. It is simply playing with your history. This is just an example, but if you are doing this particular stuff two times in a day and there's a lot of commits on a master branch and you're just merging it with your feature branch, then there's a lot of extra commits it will show you in your project history, and that will make the history difficult to understand, right? Then what is the solution? What is the solution of all these things? The solution is the Git rebase. So we will learn about the solution of this kind of problem, right? I'm not saying the merge is not appropriate with the Git merging, right? This is just a case which we are discussing. This is just a difference which we are discussing between the merge and a rebase. Although most of the people prefer merge and most of the people prefer rebase, it's all depend on your requirements, and we will further discuss the requirements in which case the merge is preferable and which case the rebase is preferable. First, let's try to understand about the rebase. So Git rebase, what is Git rebase? So basically Git rebase is an alternative of merging. You can rebase the feature branch onto the master branch, right? Definitely we was merging the feature branch with the master branch. In the same way we can rebase the master branch with the feature branch. And what will be the command? The command will be git check out the feature branch. First we will check out the branch, okay? And we will simple execute the command git rebase master. It means the branch which you want to rebase with your branch, you need to provide the branch name which you want to rebase with your branch, okay? So the merge word will be replaced with the rebase word. That's it. We will show the practical example of this in the coming tutorial. Right now we are just discussing about the differences. We are trying to figure out why the rebase is helpful, why the merge is not helpful, right? Now let's discuss some more thing about the rebase. So this moves, it means the rebase moves the entire feature branch to begin and the tip of the master branch. What does it mean? So we will see in the coming slide, we will see a complete picture how the rebase is working, right? So it will make you more sense and it will make all the things clear what all the statements is being written over here. So let's first try to understand this what is over here. So the git rebase moves the entire feature branch to beginning of the tip of the master branch. So basically when you are doing the rebase, so what git will do, git will pick up all the changes from your feature branch and keep it on the top of the master branch, okay, and effectively incorporating all the new commits in the master. But instead of using a merge commit, rebasing is rewriting the project history by creating brand new commits for each commit in the original branch. Let's try to understand it. So this is the picture which is showing the complete rebase. So once you rebase the branch, so you can see over here I marked asterisk, right? So once you rebase, it will pick up the master branch, it will pick up your branch, the feature branch, and keep all the changes of your feature branch on the top of the master branch, right? But in actual, you have committed your changes somewhere here. Some committed between the master and some committed between your branch. Then how they are basically present over here? So the statement which we have learned about. Rebasing, rewriting the project history by creating brand new commits for each commit. So basically, when you're rebasing, so Git is creating new commits for your code, okay, and basically attaching all your code on the tip of the master branch, so that you can keep a very clear history of your project. It will not confuse you, like which was commit done by me, which was commit and done by Git or itself, right? It is a very transparent, so you can see these are the changes which in the master and these are changes which I have done on my feature branch. That's quite simple. That's called the Git rebase, right? So this is something different from the Git merge. There is the on benefit of the Git rebase and there is on drawbacks of the Git rebase. So we will discuss about the benefits and the drawbacks of the Git rebase as well, right? We'll compare the benefits and the preferred choices of the Git rebase and Git merge, right? So right now we are trying to understand the rebase and merge. So I hope it is pretty much clear what the rebase is doing and what the merge is doing and what is the significant differences between the Git rebase and Git merge, right? So benefit of the Git rebase. So these are the few benefits of the Git rebase. You can get a much cleaner project history. Definitely there's no extra commits is being generated with the Git. So I have the history which is related to my commits and the commits is which is being done with the my follow developers, right? It eliminates the unnecessary merge commits required by the Git merge. Definitely. And rebasing also results in a perfectly linear project history. I mean to say, you will not get this kind of zigzag graph. Once you will work with the Git rebase, you will get a single line stream project history, right? So that's all for the day. That's all for the Git rebase and Git merge. And the coming tutorial, we will learn something interesting facts about the Git rebase, and we will play around the Git rebase, and we will see what is the possibility of the Git rebase, how it will be helpful in the Git and in the project management using the Git. And in last, we will learn about the drawbacks of the Git rebase and advantage of the Git rebase over the merge, and the case when we can prefer the Git rebase and the case when we can prefer the Git merge. So thank you guys. Thanks for your time. I hope you like the video.